Our next honored guest speaker, really excited, that we're going to bring up. Could we put on the Start Your Movement backdrop right now? That'd be great. Is Emerald Greenforest. And notice how she steps up as a leader. She shows up to the mic, she comes in, shares the ground rules, she steps up. She not only looks the part, speaks the part, she acts the part as a leader. Because leaders go first. Leaders go first. Simon Sinek, who wrote the Power of Why, or Start with Why, that's a great resource or book for you to find your why. He said, leaders go first, and he also said, leaders eat last. In the military, leaders eat last. They make sure that the troops are taken care of. They get up earlier, they stay up later. Leaders eat last. But also, we did something in the VIP where Emerald, I learned this from Emerald, about owning your sovereignty, owning being a king or queen as well. So our guest today is known as the Wealthy Life Mentor. She's a multi-dimensional visionary, author, transformational artist, and speaker. And an award-winning entrepreneur for decades. And one of America's premier experts, she's traveled widely all over the U.S. and internationally, speaking and teaching, and has been featured in major media multiple times. She hosts the top 200 ranked Men on Purpose podcast. So, if you want models for men on purpose, that's great. If you know men who need models, that'd be great to refer. And the Wickedly Smart Women podcast. And she's especially passionate about activating, advising, guiding consultants, corner office change agents, and other creative age leaders who want to welcome wealth for bringing their wisdom to the world. One of her clients, the two-time Inc. 500 speaking superstar, Lisa Sasevich, says this about Emerald. Working with Emerald was a soul-opening experience, one that opened me up to step into my leadership role in a more powerful and free way. Being firmly grounded in my power was key to me being able to double my 7-figure business. Please get up on your feet and please give a warm movement makers, Start Your Movement welcome to Emerald Greenforest.
It's summer 2004, and it's hot. I've made little to no income since early 2003, when I left behind the real estate industry following a spiritual awakening. My last project was 51 single-family houses, 56 apartments, and an office building. I'm newly divorced with a 9-year-old, and I've been living on 0% financing credit cards and my savings account for almost 18 months. And I'm just not seeing how the numbers are going to add up so that I can keep answering my calling and pay the mortgage on my $450,000 house and put new shoes on the kids' feet. I'm also aware now. I know that my thoughts and my feelings create my reality. But I can't help myself. I'm worried. Really, I am. Last night, I made $105 teaching my very first healing course. And I came home and I found that the babysitter had burned a hole right through the roof of my microwave. She put the popcorn in, upside down. There's a message on my answering machine that I need 4 new tires on my car. And I'm standing in the backyard, sweat and tears pouring down my face because I've just run over a bolt with the lawnmower. In less than 24 hours, I've created more than $1,000 in unplanned expenses, and there's no income in sight. How many of you have ever worried about money? How many of you are concerned that there might not be enough money for your movement right now? Money is a mystery for many of us. Imagine having something so important that you need money for, and you have to ask someone else for it. Do you ever worry if you are good enough? If your request is worthy enough? Or even if there is enough? You are in the right place if you ever feel icky or ashamed asking for money. If you can't seem to make the money add up, you're in the right place. And if you are afraid or feel worried that you're going to have difficulty managing the money that you do make in a positive and profitable way, then you are most definitely in the right place. The truth is that there is more than enough money to go around, especially if you are a conscious, creative, committed change agent, like my clients are. And if this describes you, you are in the right place. The truth is, when you are a movement maker or a change agent, you must be able to receive and channel the money in the direction of your dreams and the impact that you are here to make. And wealth is more than just money. It's actually the sum total of all of the resources that you have available to you. Time, your health, the input that you get of information and your intuition, energy exchange with others, which is the money part, and of course fun with your family and friends. And for those of you who like the mnemonic device, that spells thief. So the reason it spells thief is because if you are warding off wealth, if you are resisting wealth, you are actually stealing. You're stealing from yourself, you're stealing from your movement, and you're stealing, most importantly, from the people that you were uniquely designed, that you were uniquely brought to this planet to serve. So it's 2016, and I'm standing on a stage holding a mic. I've generated almost $2 million from home, in my pajamas, or my yoga pants some days. And I've been able to actually bake chocolate chip cookies for almost every single football game too. And my clients around the world have generated almost 45 million. Clients like Suzanne, who was a movement leader in the Joy movement years ago. She's a New York Times best-selling author. And after we worked together, I was able to help her to increase her income by 300%. She used to worry about being on the stage, and it was where she made most of her money. Or Lisa, who was a movement leader in the conscious marketing space. She actually was the first person, her business was called Conscious Marketing, way before people were even talking about consciousness and marketing and putting those two things together. Lisa came to my house for a VIP day, and after we worked together, she was able to triple her income, pay off all of her debt and her second mortgage within 9 months. Or John, who is now a leader in the tiny house movement. And at his last event, after we worked together, he was able to convert 45% of the room into a 5-figure offer from the stage. So, I am at this event, and I need to teach the people that are there. My intention is to teach the people there how we ward off wealth, the 5 ways that we ward off wealth. And I've only got time for one, because I only have 15 minutes. I only have time for one. So I choose worry. And I want to convey to the audience exactly how I see worry, because I'm a seer, how I see worry when I'm working with people. Worry is gray. It's like a dark, gray, musty-smelling old army blanket wrapped around yourself or your business or whatever it is that you are worried about. Yuck. Worry not only wards off wealth, it actually makes you wealth resistant. So, what I'd like to do today, if you are one of those people who are worried, is to ask you if you would like to unpeel one layer of your worry today. That would be good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what I'd like to do is we're going to do a little exercise, and I'm going to ask you to all just please stand up. And one of the tools that I use, I have many, many tools in my toolbox, but one of the tools that I love to use is sound. So we're going to use a little bit of sound with each other here. And what I'd like you to do is close your eyes for a minute. Just close your eyes for a minute. And imagine yourself wrapped up in this dark, gray, musty, old, yucky smelling army blanket. And really feel how it feels to be worried. And be present to that. Are you worried about money? Are you worried about your health? Are you worried about whether or not you're going to have enough time? Are you worried about whether or not you're going to get overwhelmed with all the information? Are you worried about whether your family or your friends are going to think you're crazy? Whatever it is that you're worried about, just bring it present to you right now. Now we're going to pretend that a serpent has come into the room to help you. And you're going to start to make the sound of the rattlesnake. And as you're making the sound of the rattlesnake, I want you to reach up to the top of your head and start to unpeel one of these layers. Unpeel this layer of worry from around your crown, around your face, around your throat, around your chest, around your belly, around your waist and your hips, around your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, until you can feel that that layer of worry has left you. Now take one tiny step forward out of that old dead skin. Take a nice deep breath. And really feel how you feel right now. Is your mind clearer? Are you able to breathe a little bit more easily? Can you flow in your body and move a little bit more freely? So just be here and feel how it feels So, by a show of hands, who feels better? Who feels better? Who feels more ready and able to welcome the wealth that is waiting right here? It's waiting right here to fuel your movement. You wouldn't have the vision if the money wasn't available for it. You wouldn't have the vision if the time wasn't available for it. You wouldn't have the vision if the information and the intuition wasn't available for it. You wouldn't have the vision if there weren't friends and family members. Sometimes they're not biological family members. A lot of times they're not biological family members that are here to support and resource you in the bringing this vision into reality. So, what is not working, and the 5 ways that we ward off wealth is what's not working for most people, is actually the first step in my Wealthy Life method. And I'd love to know who would like to know the other 4 ways, the rest of the 5 ways that we ward off wealth. Awesome. So I have something for you today. If you are interested in finding out exactly, specifically, and precisely your level of wealth resistance. So in the table, on the table here, we've passed out a form, and I have created a wealth resistance assessment. So what will happen when you take the wealth resistance assessment? It takes less than 5 minutes to take this assessment, and it scores you across all 5 areas that we ward off wealth, and it will allow you to have a clearer understanding and be equipped with suggestions so that you can course correct. So in addition to getting your score for the wealth resistance assessment, you will also be enrolled in my brand new Welcoming Wealth mini course, where I go deeper into all 5 ways that you're warding off wealth, and then give you 5 ways to welcome wealth instead. So if this is of interest to you, I would absolutely love to have you fill out the magic form with your name clearly printed and your email clearly printed, so that our team can get you the wealth resistance assessment right away and pass it to the team members, or bring it to me out at my booth, which is right outside the door on the right. And I also have time for 15 live wealth resistance assessments while I'm here. So come to my booth to sign up for that. And the first 15 people who sign up or show up will also receive my 7 C's for creating conscious change. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Please go up to the middle of the stage and receive your wish. I love, a little bit further up, front and center, but I love the metaphor of the shedding the snakeskin. That was brilliant. Wow. Here we go, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So go see Emerald, fill out your forms, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
I knew you were going to just knock it out of the park.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you. She was another messenger who showed up through spirit. I'm holding this event. And we chatted and said, yes, this would be great.